Hey everybody, this is Craig at Private Fairway. There's some new software available for the TrackMan that we've installed in all of our locations. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what's new, and then there'll be another video for each of the different parts. But there's some pretty exciting stuff. So let me give you a quick overview. First of all, let's look here on the home page. You'll see that there's a couple of, well, there's just one, I guess, new thing, online. This online feature lets you play against friends of yours that might live somewhere else in the world. As long as they have access to a TrackMan, they have a TrackMan account, and you're friends with them in your TrackMan app, you can come in to the lobby, you click add a player, say invite online. Ideally, one of your friends would be online. You can see none of mine are. And then you would add them as a player, set up the round, and then literally you play against each other in real time. If you have watched the video on the Ghost player feature, it's pretty similar to that. It's just the difference is instead of playing against the previous round they've played, you're going to play against them in real time. So we'll make a little video and demonstrate that, but it's kind of a unique opportunity if you happen to have friends that either are a member at another place like this, happen to have one in their house, or if you have a friend that's a member at one of our other locations, you could play against them. The other thing they may add in the future, which would be cool, is if you could just, have a pickup game against somebody. They don't have that yet, but we'll see what happens. Okay, another update is under the games feature. We have a new game called Mystic Sands. Mystic Sands is a game you can play. It's fun for kids, fun for families. We'll have a video show you a little bit more about Mystic Sands. All right, under practice, that's really where the big new features are. On the practice range here that you've been using for a little while, they now have updated it so that you can set the altitude. So right here it says the altitude's 4,700 feet. If you come to game settings, you can come to altitude and set it to any altitude you want. So it's actually a little easier than changing the altitude in shot analysis. You can start it, change it. You can change it every time. So if you want to practice at different elevations, you can do that. So other than that, it's pretty much the same, but the altitude feature is cool. The new feature that they've added it's actually cool and a little complex all at the same time, and that's this performance center. And there's a couple different ways I think you can use this. So what's most fun about it is that it's kind of like the range, except that you create a hole. So what we can do is come in here, add a player, set the elevation. We'll click Start Practice and let it load up. But what you can do with it is you can create a hole or create a random set of holes and create random distances and then hit different shots to those distances. So you have to make decisions, make choices, and it's kind of a good way to practice instead of hitting the same club or same distance over and over. Now, what it does to score, which is actually, I think, is kind of the complicated part, is it uses strokes gained. So if you've been watching golf or you've been following that idea of strokes gained, the idea is when someone's playing at certain parts of their game, whether it's driving or putting or chipping or whatever it might be, are they gaining strokes on the field or are they losing strokes on the field based on that part of their game? And so what this does at the moment is it gives you strokes gained compared to tour player averages. So it's going to tell you, are you gaining strokes on a PGA Tour player, which most of us aren't going to play against PGA Tour players. So most of the time you're going to find that you lose strokes against PGA Tour players. However, they've said that they're going to add it handicapped in so that you could play against somebody with a similar handicap to you, and then you kind of see. But the idea is to see, are there parts of your game that are strong or weak, or can you make decisions that will make your game stronger or weaker? The other cool feature that I have the video on is in the shot analysis. They've now added a motion training, an AI motion tracking part of the software. A club like this, what happens is now it shows up here in your video, and you'll see it. I have another video on the AI motion tracking, so just find that video and I'll show you how to do it. So that's a pretty exciting feature. So those are the main features. So you have practice at elevation. You can also do the AI motion analysis, the performance center with the strokes gained and creating different holes and different shots. And then the last is the Mystic Sands game.